57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Oh, rebels, we are back again. They're back again for more nonsense. 2 hours of craziness. And if you are not watching the NBA playoffs, I don't know what's wrong with you. Yeah, they're not all going to be great, but there's been some really good games. Fun stuff going on. The USFL, are they crapping the bed already? Yeah, maybe we'll be talking about that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Got NHL, MLB starting to do some things. Yankee fans, are you melting down yet? I mean, I know some of you are, but that's okay. It's early. Ready to get into, so let's get into this thing, man. We've got the text line available to you. We're Studio 57 Radio across all platforms. Go ahead and check us out. Get in on the conversation. Let's do this thing. So without further ado, let's do the do that we do at DSR2. I am Scrappy, and here is your host, Johnny the Moose.
Hey, we're back here for another edition of DSR2 here on this wonderful Wednesday here in the D. Again, next week we'll be on Thursday, not Wednesday, for our annual NFL Draft Extravaganza.
Or in Detroit, our Super Bowl.
Yes, Lions Super Bowl 65. I had to think about 1957 last time I know it's 2065. Super Bowl, Lions Super Bowl number 65. Again, we got lots here to talk about. As we said, we got NBA action, the playoff action's going on there. We'll get into that. We also got MLB action going on there. We've got the NHL season wrapping up there as well. USFL week 1-ish, maybe. I don't know. Is it?
Is it?
Only half your teams played. Also, we'll get into some of the biggest stories. I know, of course, we'll get into a little bit of the NFL drafting on there, the rumors going out there, the craziness going out there. Guys saying, trade me right fucking now going out there.
Oh, there's a lot of that. Well,
lots of that and a lot of implied trade me right fucking now.
Well, yeah. I guess. But, like, if you're locked in, like, what's the incentive to move somebody? Right. Then, if you're locked in and you got, like, a stupid contract, what's the incentive for anybody to
put an offer on you? Right.
So, it just makes it hard for you, I think, in a lot of cases. But, you know, there have been cases where it's been successful, so I try. I understand why they want their money when they see the market after what they signed originally, whatever, whoop-de-woo. But, like, some of these cats, man, it's wild. So we'll get into that too, I guess. But man, I don't want to tell anybody how they go get their money, because go get your money.
Go get your money, but
come on, man.
We'll get into that. Also, depends on which site you look on there. One on there, Villanova head coach Jay Wright is mulling over the possibility of retiring. Of course, ESPN's got sources. Wright likely to retire as coach. Now CBS changed it. Now it's first is Wright is retiring as Villanova. Now it's Villanova's Wright considering retirement.
Yeah.
After you did the clickbait, you rat bastards. I mean, whoa, breaking news. Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe,
we don't know. Not. Also, we've got the real reason the reason that they're listing out there that longtime Red Wings Zamboni driver Al Zabaka got fired for peeing down a drain in the garage of the Zambonis.
So he's in the Zamboni garage.
No one else is there, supposedly.
Supposedly nobody's around.
And he's got prostate issues.
So he can't make it to the bathroom. He decides to take a pee-pee. Look. And someone walks in, catches him. Okay, that's the problem with doing what you're doing. You can't, like, if you are not capable of making it to the bathroom, then you have to find other means. Like, I don't care if you got a word like depends. Because,
if you've got that kind of issues, you're depends already. Maybe you just start mulling over that. Maybe it's time to retire.
Well, that's the main part of it. But if you are even going to make an argument that you can still work, then you have to at least make attempts to do something so that you can be functional at work. Whatever it is, like I'm not here to judge or tell you how to live your life or whatever, but I'm not even here to tell you that you should or shouldn't retire at your age. But with all this stuff going on, you should definitely consider it, in my opinion, and should definitely do it. And that's probably the thing about it too. And maybe this happened behind the scenes and we don't know it. But they should have given him the option to retire, not just fired him out there. But maybe they did.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, he filed a lawsuit on it, and it's all come out in disclosure. So, yeah, if they said listen, we've got this report, it's verified. Listen, we know you, we value you as a longtime employee. You're a fan favorite. We'll give you your, let you go out on your terms, but you need to retire.
Right.
And he said, bleep that, I'm going to keep working. Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah, no, we're going to cut you loose.
So,
but I mean, I don't know. We don't know what happened behind the scenes, but other than that particular aspect of it, and I'm sorry. I mean, as much as I like the guy, and we thought it was kind of messed up, and where did that come from? We knew there had to have been out there. You just can't do that. Like, I don't know what to say. He can't be out around just peeing wherever he wants because he can't hold it. Like, it's regardless of his health issues. I'm sorry. Whatever. If that's true and that's what happened, then.
Right.
Oopsie on you. We
got that, and then we got the logo. Jerry West is all bent out of shape at HBO's series Winning Time, having him portrayed as a crazed, intoxicated rageaholic.
Okay.
So we know it's not. We know it's based on a true story, but it is embellished for TV purposes. So again, he got you portrayed as basically somebody that's high strung, basically can't handle losing, got tired of losing, a little upset because his entire career and he's all bent out of shape. I kind of like the portrayal. I'm like, all right, it makes it made him more human because he was always so cool and collective,
right? Sure.
And just like, all right, he's fleecing everybody, and I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, that didn't bother me, and.
So I don't know.
I enjoyed the show personally. I think it's I find it great. And a couple things under like especially on that one was did that really happen? Because they wanted to hire Jerry Tarkanian right off the bat as head coach on there, and he was going to take the job. All of a sudden, his buddy is killed by the mob in Vegas, and they find him in the trunk of a car. Did that really happen? And he said, "I'm not going to the Lakers. I got to stay in Vegas."
Wow.
So I'm like. Was that embellished or not? I got I had a chance to dig and research. I'm like, oh shit, did this really happen?
That's crazy.
Which goes, well, maybe it did. He's gonna leave UNLV because the mom's like, no, you need to stay here because we're making money bad gambling on your teams.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
But you didn't hear Magic wasn't all bent out of shape by him banging that wall.
Well, yeah.
But we all kind of knew that. That and being all bent out of shape because they portray him as kind of aloof and standoffish, which
I could see that. He's into that weird, he's into like Zen and all these other different like things, and maybe other people.
He's always been a little bit aloof in that.
I feel like
his personality and everything, even though he was awesome in Airplane and Game of Death. But
yeah. But I mean, still, I don't know. I could see that. I don't know why that would be. I don't know. Some of these guys are they take themselves a little too seriously. Yes. They're a little hypersensitive about stuff like that, and you got to understand when they're doing these things. But there's going to be a little of that, and it's okay to say that. But it's kind of like. But these athletes, they're not wired that way, man, because it's like talk to Joe Montana about Rudy.
Right.
I mean, that guy's going to melt down right in front of you. Like, he's like, that's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, F Rudy. That shit's not even, that's just bullshit.
Yes, that's all made up.
He's like, it's not even close to real. This is stupid. Like he said, yeah, bring that up. So
let's see how he responds to that one.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
It's a bunch of bullshit. So I get why these guys fucking, it's like this. I was there, mofo.
It happened like that.
Yeah, and so I get the frustration with seeing something. It's like, dude, that's a significant. You fucking shit the bed trying to put a movie on it and make it like something whatever it to be. That's this no, no. So I get that, but at the same time, what exactly did you expect?
Showtime by on there. It's been out there, and yeah, I mean, I got to feel there's probably, again, there's his story is somewhere in the middle is the truth. A lunatic like that? No. Is he somewhere in the middle? Probably.
Yep.
Well, so again, the reason they did because it makes for the TV. Oh, wow.
Well, this though, is the movie seen through any eyes? Because that's another.
It's not. It's just kind of almost like up. I mean, almost with it. I mean, Jerry, they got his womanizer, which is true.
Well, that's my whole
with
thing.
His really outrageous comb, and they even go into that too. Oh yeah, it takes me to get the hair just right to look like I'm not bald, but you go, yeah, bald with it. But yeah, making this too is McKay, developed for HBO, and Will Ferrell wanted to play Jerry Buss. McKay goes, no, you're not right for Jerry Buss, so he cast John Lee, who was friends of McKay and friends of Will Ferrell. Right. It ruined the friendship between Will Ferrell. Really? Will Ferrell will not talk to Adam McKay because he wanted to play Jerry Buss. He really is perfect as Jerry Buss. He looks like Jerry Buss on there, and it's perfect. So yeah, I understand Monica point on it because he's perfect. He is just like, and it's not making a Buss meaner. No, it's just like, yeah, just kind of on there. But he wants to win. He wants to be somebody. He wants to make the Lakers everything. He wants to beat the Celtics because Red our bastard. He's just like, oh yeah, I own this. Like, fuck you. Yeah. I'm gonna bury you. I'm going to beat your ass every chance I get. And I like that fact. Because
sure.
Those teams hated each other's guts.
Yeah.
Because it goes back to the other that the Celtics kept beating them. Everybody came in. So I definitely say if you got HBO or HBO Max, definitely watch that Winning Time. I think it's great. I enjoy the hell, especially for us, me and Abe. Some of the stuff out there with it. I remember them Lakers, and it's like, holy crap. So, all right, got NBA going on there. Brooklyn is taking 15 now, 60-45.
Boston tried to get back, crawled back, ebbs and flows. This is what Brooklyn needs. Everybody's got to move on, and they're gonna have to steal one from Boston. This is what they need. I about the whole Boston thing because I feel like they're plenty good enough off, but something's a little off about, you see that last game. There's no reason why it should have been that close. They made the play they needed to make. It was amazing, a really good game to watch. That first one, game one, but it should have never been a last minute victory, last second shot thing wrapped up. And so, tough on the road and beat that team if they come into your kill deficit like that, almost when technically you had to steal it. Right. You had to steal it back, and then a truck from your house. That could, like with those okay, you beat us from get kind of things, and that hopefully that doesn't happen. Like if they run out of the gym tonight, hopefully it doesn't turn into one of those.
It's down to 65-50.
Okay.
Toronto's up 8 for Philly. It was 7 minutes left in the first. So we got that as well. But yeah, we've got some great action on there. Is Phoenix going to be in a little bit of
oh man,
Devin Booker will be out the next 2 games most likely.
A Phoenix team without Devin Booker. I mean, you can't really deny it. CP3, some of these other guys can step up, but you're not just immediately a double-double guy or a high-scoring guy or any of those guys like that, and he's kind of all of that. So, I don't know. I think the good thing about it is he could feel like I feel like they should be able to pull this without him, and then like I said, his back as soon as possible is always what you want, but we'll see. I mean, gosh, we'll Paul legacy talks if they get bounced because of this.
Right.
It's going to be like, well, now. So I don't know. I guess if they get trounced or they get run because of this, that's like if you don't have bad luck, you ain't got no luck. I don't know. So Devin Booker is actually I was actually kind of surprised, but if you're only going to be out in games, that's not too bad.
If they're up, it's 2-2 when he comes back, then you're okay on there. Golden State just taking the Nuggets out of the first 2 games. I mean, it's just like right now. I mean, everybody's just shooting out of the ball.
Well, this is my whole thing. How long does that last? At some point, someone finds a way to slow that. Like, you can't shoot at that kind of for a period of time. So the fact that they've done it for 2 games is quite amazing and telling of how good they are when they're on point. How long can they keep that up?
Right.
That I'm not 100% sure on.
Yes, down there. You can see if it's a player that's just like, say it's Steph on there, but it's like Poole, Clay are all just shooting that ball.
Right.
All right, well, who are you going to double team? Because the other two, you're going to single team, and they're going to just.
And how long can you have advantage? The fact that you have all of those guys at that rate, all at once. Like I said, can you? You kind of have to be able. You're gonna have to get them, but in order to beat if you're gonna win a championship, they're gonna have to continue to do that. I don't know how long they can continue to do that.
Yeah, because game 2 they shot almost 55% from the floor.
Yeah, it's insane.
2.5 from 3.
I know, it's insane.
For 10, Poole was 5 for 10. Clay was 3 for 8. Came out. I mean, Wiggins. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but like I said, we talked about that. Shooters, can go cold. Shooters can, there can be some inconsistency there. Can they still win a game? If one of those guys has a couple of cold games, the yips for a series, or maybe somebody's a way to shut one of those guys down. Can they, work around that? Now, that's going to be the key, because like I said, I just don't see them being able to shoot that for multiple series. I mean, like all the way to championship.
Yeah, I mean, because the first round's now best out of 5, best out of 7. Yeah, it's 16 games.
Yeah. So.
And again, why not? The Brooklyn played Sunday, and it's like when they played last night. I mean, it's just like everyone's playing every other day. Boston, Brooklyn, we're gonna give them 3 days.
Some of the scheduling setup, some of the, I don't. It's been like years now. It feels like. I think it coincides when they got a new contract from ESPN. I feel like it's 4 years now.
Right. Whereas Philadelphia and Toronto are playing game 3,
and so
Brooklyn, Boston's playing their second game.
And so I think scheduling has something to do with TV, maybe, but wants to do for prime time, I don't know. I don't know if that's dictating it or not. If those things kind of coincide. But I agree with you. It's the same thing with some of the start time these games. It's like, they haven't got a Super NBA, but I mean, really anything to end up with a game at a stupid ass time.
Yeah.
Let's have a 9-day championship game.
That's like that's worse.
So fucking seriously. Stupid.
Well, it's weather.
Yeah.
So what do you do? You're making me, again. I got to work the next day. I can't stay up till like 12:30, 1 o'clock to watch
And I don't get all it, but to your point, you got 78% of the television audience is in the Eastern. What are you catering to 22%?
Yeah, well, you catering to LA, which doesn't much work anyway.
And I don't know. I just felt like you were catering. And it's like, and they're gonna be mad when they get home and they finish dinner that there's a game on
while they're eating dinner.
Like, they're gonna be mad about that.
You have to listen to my wife.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stop. Like, nobody's gonna be mad about that. They're gonna go to the bar, get some food, watch the game, or they're not gonna care. That time doesn't effing help anybody. It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm with you on that. The scheduling, it feels like, is just weird. So like I said, if it's the TV deals that do that, but they do seem to be off, and I don't know if that shit coincides. It does to me. I don't know. Let's watch the NHL next year.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they had their schedule pretty laid out already.
We know about staying up to 2 hours in the morning playoffs.
Yeah.
All those years Wings were in West Prince, and we have to go out to like Anaheim for a 10:30 start.
That never made any sense to me. In the Western Conference. Like, I can look at, what are you, geographically impaired? I don't even get that.
It made no sense.
Because the Midwest doesn't mean we're
Eastern time zone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean we're in time zone. It's effing stupid. It's not even like, we're an hour closer. So it didn't matter. They had these stupid-ass games late at night all the time. They're hardcore hockey fans here.
Yes.
We were staying up and watching that stuff and going to work the next morning and all that. I didn't get off work till 1 o'clock. So it was all good. I didn't start 4 in the afternoon.
Well, that's big here. Yeah, cool. I got you second outside.
Yeah, I listened to. Well, I was driving. So I just did it on the radio. And, I still watch it. That's
But yeah, I mean, the playoffs so far on there. Miami being Heat is nice. Being on Atlanta on there. I mean, first 2 games they pretty much dominated
right.
With it. But yeah, we got on there. But yeah, I mean, Bulls and Bucks. I mean,
dude, Giannis. Come on, man. It's even fair.
Oh.
It's not even fair. By not getting better at. Like, he does everything.
Yes.
It's insane. If it's, work further and further out, get out of here.
Yeah, like when he came in the league and hit those shots, he's worked his every year to get better and better at a shot, and work on the size of him. I mean, he was thin as a rail when you look at him. He's a monster.
Yeah, his body definitely worked for sure.
Unlike Zion.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is completely ripped.
And the way he's elevated his game and just proved every single aspect of his game and all the best guys and who's the best. Dude, in my opinion, you put him because of his ability to just get that much better every year. And he keeps trying. So he keeps working. And it's like, dude, this guy's already a freak. He just gets better. He finds a hole, finds a weakness, and he works on it. Like, so is he the best? Nobody's in the conversation. And that alone, and his
work ethic is probably, he should be in a conversation every year for.
I mean, at least the last couple of years, and I know it's nice, and Jokic is nice, but I mean, stop the lead on this dude. I mean, he won a championship last year. And,
yeah, he was out of the East, going into the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I mean, the way they're playing and the land. Yeah,
I mean, defense in Milwaukee plays.
Right, nobody does right now. He's the only team.
Milwaukee and Miami. The one thing most of is they've just gotten injured at the wrong time.
Yeah, that's part of it with Chicago. Sure, I don't down with the big boys yet.
I don't think so either. I think they're honest, but yeah, I mean, but I mean, right now it's like you got Miami playing defense and everything. Right now I'm not betting against those two. Those two teams are going to probably face each other off in the final Eastern Conference, and then we'll just see who makes it out. I mean, we're going to see Phoenix get Booker back and run on there, and I would love to see Phoenix versus Gus.
Oh, obviously, yeah, that'd be great.
Yes. You enjoy it? We all going to enjoy it.
Yeah, whoever comes out of either conference, you're going to be psyched about.
Right. Milwaukee, I'll be excited. You get Phoenix, Miami. Yeah, all right, cool.
I mean, I watch it. Right, yeah.
Or Philly.
New York and Philly fans are both very hard to stomach sometimes.
Yes. Philly fans are animals.
Philly fans are the worst, to be honest, in my opinion. I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it. They're obviously very passionate, but very misguided with that passion. Like throwing rocks at things like that.
Yeah, you don't get to have fun. That's why. Who boos Santa Claus? He joy to everybody, gifts to kids, and you boo him. Did you see the Phillies are bringing back the late '80s and early?
Heard something about that. Yeah, there's two.
The creamsicles coming.
Aren't they gonna do it like just certain, like many times or something like that? Like, like whatever.
I think it's gonna be for like be like a kind of the throwbacks on there, the old throwback helmets this year.
Yeah. So they'll do it for like the Thanksgiving throwbacks maybe.
Probably.
And some other
Lions. I mean, bring back the black jerseys or something. Or helmet black.
Yeah.
With the Honolulu bubbles.
Yeah, right.
Angry bubbles.
Yeah, angry bubbles. Angry bubbles. Oh wait, that's totally different. Probably the same. Doesn't roll off the tongue. Oh,
I've seen some mock-up of the Lions helmet with black and blue bubbles. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I have a jacket. I have a leather jacket that's black with us on the back, and it's got like lions on the shit. It's so yeah, you can't go wrong with black and blue. I mean, together. It's very chocolatey or whatever as far as the way they
go. There you go. You got it all. I mean, there you go. The gray ones on there, like it's different, but I don't really. Yeah. I even like. I like the throwbacks because they're just a little richer.
Yeah, it's a little
darker.
The only thing it reminds me of our practice jerseys in high school.
Okay. Well, you guys have basically the same colors as the Lions.
Yeah, so it's the same color jersey, essentially, Titans and where the Lions was. And it was pretty, but the throwbacks look like our practice jerseys. They're, I don't know, just a little bit more simple of a jersey. And I'm not against simplicity. I don't know. I want a little flair on them just playing sometimes.
I would like a better helmet design on
definitely, yeah, definitely.
And I want to see real lion just dress up as a Viking. Sick it out of.
Yeah, just we'll have it set up like a coliseum.
You can spray the blob turf. You got drainage system there.
Just totally set it up like a coliseum and just
got a cute ram. Oh, there's a dolphin flipping around. Yeah, I mean. It's interesting with there. On there, as we said, is the Lions was all crazy going on with the NFL lawsuit, the rumors and the trade innuendos. Kyler Murray is kind of wants out with there, and then Deebo Samuel says, "Leave me. I don't want to play here anymore. I don't want to be a running back / receiver. I want to be full time here locally. Oh, we need to trade for Deebo Samuel. I'm not giving multiple picks and then have to sign this guy for a year.
Yeah, you're not
in that position yet.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. That makes me wonder who's in the market. So not that they can't trade him. It's just I'm not sure who's in the market. He wants out. To be quite honest, like is he
He's in the perfect scenario?
It feels like he's in a good position as far as personal. So what makes me? I just kind of curious. Is there something else going on we don't know about? Like why did they say they weren't going to pay you? I mean,
no, they are. They said they were going to pay him.
Right. So yeah,
but I mean, it was like, oh yeah, we got to go after that. Dude, I like Debo Samuel. I like him on as a player. But dude, he is not Justin Jefferson or Jameis.
It doesn't matter. Team, yeah.
Would I give a first rounder for a first rounder for those guys? Yes. You know why? Because they're cheap.
Sure. Yeah.
They're cheap for another 4 years. I'll take Justin Jefferson doing multiple picks for Devontae Adams, and again, 29 years old. No, and then no.
I'm with you.
Oh yeah, we need to make a. Why didn't we go after Deshaun? Dude, I'm not paying a quarterback $40 million plus a year and have to give up 5 first rounders.
Right.
It's not happening. There you go. We need to go after Mayfield. I'm not. Guess where Mayfield's probably gonna. Who's in the field right off the bat? Even though they signed a quarterback.
Well, they might.
But then again, nobody likes. Nobody's got Baker's backing.
Well, no. I mean, look at all the stuff he's coming. He's just look. I like all that, but
he played hurt, and then he gets for it. Oh, he's got guts. He's got moxie. He's guy under, and then he's a bum. Well, you can't have it both ways.
Well, this is the whole thing with that moxie. He definitely has that moxie, and he's definitely like wired up that way. And as much as I enjoy it, it can be you can be your own worst enemy sometimes when you're like that, and that's kind of what he's battling right now.
Right.
And so, and honestly, it lines up in line with the balance of how things are, right? Like your talent level has to exceed bullshit level. Now his bullshit level isn't uber high, but really either is his talent.
No, he is what he is.
And I don't want to knock the guy because football is really hard. Let's be real.
He won a playoff game. He went to Pittsburgh and just them in the playoffs.
Sure.
He almost beat Cleveland. I mean, he almost beat Kansas City that year too. But yeah, I'm not paying these. I'm not trading multiple first rounders for a quarterback right now.
Yeah,
we're not in that position.
Yeah. It just all depends on your team situation. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who's in the market for him right now. The thing with Deebo Samuel, when you look at those two guys, it's not that there's not talent. It's not that there isn't a place for them in the league. It's none of that stuff. So go ahead. You can murder us on the text line all you want, but I just don't know who. Where is the fit? Like with Deebo, I'm sure someone he'll land somewhere, but like, is his situation going to be better? So that's why I wonder. I wonder what's going on in San Francisco that he feels the need to get out. But when you move over a Baker Mayfield, that's a different situation.
If you're looking at teams that need a receiver that and have got the draft capital, especially if you're looking at multiple first rounders and you're looking at late multiple first rounders, then you're looking at Kansas City and you're looking at Green Bay.
Well, okay, so he goes to Green Bay, and they gotta pay him. Like they don't pay him.
They can't afford to pay him, and neither can Kansas City. So where's his market? I mean, again, Lions aren't going to jump on this because we need much other shit to be jumping on a receiver with multiple picks.
Yeah.
And then have to pay this cat $20-something million a year.
Right.
Honored. I don't understand that. And again, the same thing too. Oh, we need to take quarterback Malik Willis. He is not worthy of a top 5 pick. Plain and simple. He's not. I don't even think there's a quarterback worth a first round pick. Period in this draft.
No,
I wouldn't even. I
don't.
You want to You want to trade up in number 2 and get Malik Willis? Fine, we'll listen to you.
Right.
Better come with a king's ransom.
Sure.
We want to offer like Herschel Walker going to Minnesota from the Cowboys.
Right. Sure.
I want to basically build this team into a damn dynasty.
Right.
With your stupidity.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. May I have another? I mean, that's the way I look at it. I just don't understand the aspect with it. Yeah, you want to give me, the Giants. Oh, we don't like Danny Dimes. Fine, give us 5 and 7. You can have number 2.
Right,
suckers. Because we'll still get our edge, and then we can get Drake Loudon or Garrett Wilson with the 7th pick, and then we got our number 1 receiver. Or you can take an edge rusher, and you can get Jordan Davis at 7, or you can go with Nakobe Dean or Devin Lloyd at 7, and you got your linebacker filled.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, I'll listen to you. You want to make a dumb move like that? Philly,
Yeah,
you want to give
sure.
us the 15 and 18 and a second rounder? Fine. We'll listen. We're still going to fill in our spots that we need.
I wonder if we're gonna see any of that nonsense. Oh, this dude's in his Jagville. Look at the Jags. He's in his because
I love cocaine.
yeah, he is definitely feels like he does a lot of cocaine. As Tony Khan.
I think the Lions will be trading the 32 because there will be a team that wants to trade back into the first round for a play because they're going to want that 5th-year option.
Sure.
The team option on there. So they're going to make a move and jump up. Fine. We're listening. Make
Right.
me an offer.
Right.
You know what? Seattle wants it? Good. We'll take 40 and 41 and a third rounder. So we'll have two. Yeah, we only end up with one second round, one first rounder, but second rounders, 3 third rounders. Yeah, I'll take that. That still gives me 7 picks in the top 100.
Right.
I'll take that every day of the week. The team can get better if they draft properly.
All right. Sure. Well, that's.
But
the
yeah,
key.
some of these clowns out there, I'm just listening, going, you have no clue.
No.
And you do this for a living?
Well, we talk about this, man. Draft capital is always worth way more than anything you're going to get on the free agent market unless you're one piece away from winning a championship. If you're that one piece from winning a championship, then it is worth it.
Right. If
Because
you're the
selling
Rams
out-
last year, give up the draft capital. Why? Because it got you a Super Bowl.
Right. I mean, that's how this works. Like, I don't understand. So, like, you have to get everything else around you first. You can't just go to step 7. You have to start at 1. And so, how many teams are at step 6?
Right.
Right? Like whatever it is. So that's where it becomes a thing. Who is like one piece away from winning a championship, and can pull off a move. So I don't know. It's the same thing with the free agency. It's the same thing with the draft. Like, I rather draft. I rather use your draft equity. I rather do that in most situations. Like I said, unless I'm just right around the corner, then and I've got some draft equity, then I can trade in for that big number 1 pick or for said free agent. And that's a different story. But Lions are not that.
No.
And
hopefully 2020 be there. We could do that. But again, 2022, no, we're not even close to that. So again, will I listen to trade down? Yes. Make me offers. Give me lots of fun tickets. Otherwise,
exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Well, do you want one of our premier players for your fun tickets? No.
No.
Not at this time. No.
No.
We got a plan and we'll stick to it. I mean, again, just like these Jordan Davis. I mean, dude, he's a more athletic version of Vince Wilfork. He couldn't play at 340 all season. He played at 360. So thus he played heavier and he ran out of gas. He could only play half the downs.
Sure.
In all the games.
Yeah.
Even in the championship game. He only played 55% of the snaps on defense.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah, he dropped 20 pounds in the silly season and looked great in the underwear picks, but game tape.
Right.
I'm not taking. Dominican was quintessentially the number 2 pick overall. Yeah, no brainer.
Well, he was a freak.
You saw what he was a physical freak.
Yeah.
That's senior year in college. I mean, he literally got Nebraska almost a Big 12 championship by himself.
I know. From that position, it's out.
At defensive tackle.
I know. Yeah.
He was the most physical, freakish athlete I've ever seen at that size. He was so damn fast and so strong. It was like, that's not right.
And I know, and I saw the sports science on him. And
that was the one I'm like, holy Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, even they were like, Jesus.
What do we got here? Holy cow. This guy is
what kind of a monster?
Yeah, Jesus. How is this even real? And that's what it was. It was just unreal. But, like, that's what it takes, right? Like, to come off of that spot, in my opinion. But the draft is another issue too. It's like, who's coming up and wants that spot that bad that they got to come up?
Oh, there'll be a couple teams. I can see
So-
Carolina down, but Carolina doesn't have the draft capital that I like on it because they have the number 6 pick, and they don't have a pick to like the 5th round.
Oh well, then yeah, the 6 and
No.
what,
Atlanta?
a future draft pick.
Atlanta moving up from 8 to number 2. Good. Let's hear. We want you 8. We want you 2 this year. We want a 3 this year, and we want the number 1 next year.
Ooh, right. I mean, but
Because
who do they
moving from
want?
yes.
Yeah, but who do they want though? That's the thing. Is somebody that they want in this draft that they'd be willing to move up? These are all the factors that
I mean,
kind of
are
play
they going
into
to fall
that.
in love with with Malik Willis? Because again, their quarterback is Mary. I mean, they're probably worse off than we are right now because they have nothing.
Well, see, and that's why would they do that then?
Because they're Atlanta and they're not very bright.
That's
I mean,
what
they
kinda
are.
hoping,
They're
yeah.
hot garbage. I mean, at least the Lions, we know they're garbage, but they got at least parts of things on there. They've got an offensive line. They've got a decent running core.
Right.
We just need other aspects with it. But Atlanta has no running game, no receivers, no quarterback, no offensive line, no defensive line, and no secondary on top of it.
That's crazy.
I mean, would you rather have Goff or Mariota at this point? Yeah, I'll still
I'll take
Goff.
Goff. Yeah. That's sad.
I'm not saying Goff was great, but he's better than Mariota.
No, that was not the question. The question was, out of these two guys, what did you take? And it ain't Mariota.
Right. Right. I don't see the Lions taking a quarterback in the again.
Mhm.
Maybe their second, third round pick. Maybe it's so you can develop a backup on there. But no, I mean, but I'm not taking Riddler. I'm not taking Willis. I'm not taking what's his name from Pittsburgh either. No, I'm not taking any of them.
No, yeah. What's his name from Pittsburgh?
Pickett with his tiny hands.
Yeah.
We already got a tiny hand quarterback.
Yeah, tiny hands don't work.
No. Damn. You know what? Maybe Hutchinson. I go Hutchinson or probably Thibodeau.
Yeah, Thibodeau is underrated in a lot of
And
these
of course,
mock
now
drafts.
they keep saying, "Oh, the Lions don't like him." How much you want to bet that's all smoke screen? How much you want to
Sure.
bet they're going to take Thibodeau?
Sure.
If they didn't want Thibodeau, then why they have him in here this week?
Yeah. Yeah, Thibodeau, I think, has been like underranked in a lot of mock drafts. That
If
I've
I'm
seen.
going to reach for the
I wouldn't be-
fences, I'm going to go after Thibodeau because I
Right.
think his ceiling is
Yeah.
could be astronomical.
Sure.
His floor could be he could be a bust. Hutchinson's the safest pick, but hell,
Right.
you got 2 number 1, man. Go for it. Hell, I go almost edge rusher.
Yeah, I would. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Sure. You know, you can get some offensive linemen. You can fill in some other positions later in the draft if you
Yeah.
need to.
Especially, I mean, if you could trade down and you get like a 5 and a 7 from the Giants on it.
Sure.
Oh hell, I'm going edge rusher right off the bat.
Well, and we're going to totally nerd out on next week.
Oh God,
because
we'll
it's
probably
going
lose
to
half
be.
our audience because I will be in geek heaven.
Well, the cool thing is, guys, if
Of course, everybody watching this will be.
yeah, I was gonna say, if you get into the draft and you watch the draft, this is the Manning cast NFL drafts. Like, we sit down, we watch the draft, we have fun together, and it's cool. So it's a totally different vibe, totally different feel, and make sure you get in on that. We'll put reminders out during the week so you guys don't forget. But what's going on? But yeah, there's so many possibilities. It was like I said, sitting down and thinking about all these different whatever, different types of scenarios and how these puzzle pieces are going to fit together is pretty wild. So, and I think, I don't know. I mean, you've done well with your predictions as far as the draft goes. These mock drafts are like kind of whatever. I just feel like they're almost always bullshit though. Like
Mel
always-
Kiper is wrong almost all the time.
it's like you got a few guys, but 2 more specifically that really get a lot of run and they do 15 different ones, and they're all whack.
Right.
Like it's like, dude, you ran like you come up with all these crazy combinations, and that's all you got for me. I don't know. So, but occasionally we have some surprises in the draft.
Yes.
So-
There'll be a couple like what the hell they again. Usually it's the Raiders. We're going what the hell they reaching for, but
All right.
we'll see with a new general manager this year, new coach, and everything with it. I know who's gonna make the dumbest move right off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
There will be a couple teams out there to make some go.
Well, yeah. Well, the first one will be whoever reaches for a quarterback. Someone will at one point. I think that because we're pretty staunch about not seeing a first round quarterbacks out here really, and
Carolina will be the first.
And
team.
I think someone will jump into the top 12 probably or 15 and get one if nothing else.
See Carolina, probably Seattle.
Sure.
Because again, right now Seattle's number one. Their quarterback is Geno Smith.
Yuck. That's not a quarterback. It
So,
is,
yes.
but it's not.
I could see Seattle making a dumb move and try to trade up. I could see Carolina too, but dude, they don't have the lottery pieces that I.
Right.
You want to move up from 6 to 2? Yeah, it's not that big move, but you don't have anything in this draft that I want besides the number 6.
Well, and that's yeah.
So again, I want something fun for this year, and I want something fun for next year too as well.
Fun tickets.
Fun tickets. So yeah, we got lots in there. It is official. NBC announced that Mike Tirico is now the play-by-play for Sunday Night Football.
Okay. Nice.
Got him, Collingsworth, and Melissa Stark is back on the sidelines again.
I like it. I liked the Sunday night they did the Football Night in America.
There was a
thing
couple people
with-
bitching about Tirico. I'm like, how?
I like Dan Patrick, and I think Tirico is a great transition
Yes.
because he was the one that was running it for a while there.
Tirico is the most versatile.
He
play-by-play
could put him
guy.
on anything.
Yes.
You could put Tirico on anything, and
Yes.
he sounds
It's-
he's great.
It's him, then probably Jim Nance is the most versatile play-by-play guys and all announcing that. But again, how can you not like Tirico's just butter?
Yeah, I'm with you.
He's just smooth as hell. He knows that. I mean, he does a great job at football. We've seen it when he was on Monday night.
Yeah.
He does a great job with basketball. We've seen that. He does a great job with college football. Great job with college basketball. He makes golf fun to watch.
Yep. He does. He does do a good
He
job.
can do it all.
Yep, he
He's
can-
a pro's pro. And I don't have, people are bitching about Collinsworth. I don't have a huge worth. I mean, on there.
Yeah, I don't know what. There's like a little cult hate club of him. I'm not sure I get it. Like, I get that he's not the greatest, but he's not, like, what's the big
He's
deal?
not terrible.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
understand.
he's all right.
Yeah. I'd rather have him than a lot of guys.
God, anybody at ESPN put on the
Jesus.
color commentary for the last 10
Yeah,
years?
A bugger and a fucking tree blind. That was horrible.
Or Booger with that jacked up figure. Ah,
Yeah, I know. Put that thing away. Gosh, I don't want to ever see that. Wear a glove. We need to wear mittens so I can't see your messed up digits.
Yes.
That's your new rule. Anytime you're going to use that hand to hold the microphone, you need to put mittens on.
But I have no problem with NBC's crew, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Seems to Stark back on there. All right.
Yeah, sure.
I liked her days at ESPN back in the day, and then when she was on originally was Sunday Night Football and with NBC, I liked it and that. So
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I mean, it's all right.
It should be
I like-
decent.
And then again, Monday Night Football will have to be better because again, at least you've got Troy and Joe. I mean,
Yeah.
much as we bitch about Joe and his like lackluster play-by-play
At least
calling,
at least they're
but at least it's professional.
yeah, I was gonna say at least they're technically sound.
I mean,
Jesus Christ. Whatever was going on there before, man. it's
oh
just
my
a
God!
joke.
I mean, Steve Levy. Holy cow!
just
Oh
like-
my God! Stop it!
They just find, yeah. It's like, where did you find these guys? I'd never even know they were in the business prior to this. Had not seen their work, right?
Right.
Because Jesus.
I like Louis Riddick. I think he's more suited for a studio on there with
Yeah.
it because I think with his insight being a former
His
player
studio
personnel
work's
guy
good.
on there, I think his studio work is stellar. I don't think he's on there. I know they tried something. Greasy wasn't the worst play-by-play guy, but considering who they came from on there, yeah, it was a huge step up, but I don't think he's the end all be all.
No, you put color and you have somebody else that's good there.
But
That's
Steve
really
Levy,
good.
I just like.
But Levy was horrible.
He's terrible.
He can't carry it, and
No,
so that's the problem. That's where how Greasy stands out, because if he's with somebody that can, steer the ship, you're fine.
Yeah.
But you got fucking Dodo over here. It's like, oh yeah, you're screwed now.
So at least they're more comp on there. We'll see what how Fox does with their new top crew out there. We'll see on that. We still don't know who's going to be their top color guy.
Oh yeah, right.
I heard they're talking either Mark Sanchez or former tight end with the Carolina.
Olsen.
Yeah, Greg Olsen.
Yeah, he had a shot at one, or was doing.
Well, he had a couple. He was last year. He was doing. It was his first year doing the color, and actually he doesn't. You can see some. You can see there's promise there.
Sure.
I think on there, I'm not so sure about Sanchez. I think he might be okay. I think he's number one. I think Olsen could be an owner, but I don't know if they're going to rush it into it. We'll see on that. But yeah, on there. And again, as we'll get into a lot more. Got to get into a little bit of the USFL the first week. Is everybody's thoughts there?
Yep.
Their Hard Knocks version on there. We'll get into that because somebody screwed the pooch.
Yeah, gosh, what a
on that.
well. That's yeah.
What you like, what you didn't like from the first game, we'll get into that on there from their first weekend on that. And is it viable? Are they going to be able to make it more than a single season? We'll see on that. We'll talk about it on the flip side. We still got college. I mean, we still got some baseball action. We still got some NHL action to go as well. So we'll get to a lot more here on the flip side. We are DSR2 Studio 57 Radio.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Party people, this is the original Ice, and you are definitely listening to Studio 57 Radio. And if Studio 57 Radio isn't on, then your radio ain't really on. Check that.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Hey everybody, so here to tell you about That Radio Show. Hang with me as I break down the world of entertainment with great guests, celebrity interviews, awesome games, wonderful prizes. Also, we've got the biggest library of underground hip-hop of any station on the net. You mix in a little stand-up comedy and a text line so your voice can be heard, and you got a pretty good little show. But add listener-controlled programming? Yeah, you heard me. The listener-controlled programming, where you, the listener, can decide what makes it on the air, and now you've got the greatest show ever created. So join my show, your show, our show, the people's show, That Radio Show, each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only here on Studio 57 Radio.
Hey everybody, this is your boy Big D, here to tell you about Mark for Life Tattoos. Guys, this place is the cleanest, most laid-back studio in Metro Detroit, and the artists are top-notch. And if you're like me from the D, you need to stop in on Fridays for that D-Day and get your Old English D for only $20. Not interested in tattoos? Mark for Life does body piercings. Mark for Life is located at 22533 Van Dyke in Warren, and the guys are there 7 days a week from noon to 9. So give them a call at 757-2222. That's 586-757-2222. Tell them Studio 57 sent you and get 20% off. So what are you waiting for? Call them now.
Hey everybody, Smokey here to tell you about Allstate. With winter fast approaching, the most important thing between you and the road is your tires. So don't put safety in just anybody's hands. Go to Allstate Tire. With new and quality used tires available, you can trust Allstate Tire for all your tire needs. You can visit them at 14208 9 Mile Road in Warren, or give them a call at 586-779-8759. Allstate Tire, your source for quality new and used tires.
What's happening, everybody? So here to tell you about Love and Life Club. Love and Life Club is a social networking club that's located at 960 James Cousins. That's a lodge service drive between 7 and 8 Mile Road in the D. Just stop in for $5 Fridays for great music, food, and drinks. I personally recommend the chicken. Love and Life Club is also available for rental for bachelor parties, receptions, or any party for that matter. For more information, log on to www.loveandlifeclub.com. That's loveandlifeclub.com, or call D at 313-999-2824. That's 313-999-2824. That's Love and Life Club. If you're loving life, you need to be in the club.
Taking over this broadcast for the Ultimate Underground.
Studio 57 Radio Original. You know, when you hear that sound, you're gonna have a good time, because that's the sound of the Ultimate Underground live concert webcast from the Detroit area. We go to those famous, or should I say, infamous venues in the D. The music scene from the streets to your computer, like nobody in. There's only one catch. You never know when and where the Ultimate Underground is going to take over a broadcast. So you need to stay tuned to Studio 57 Radio day, every day, for clues on when and where the next Ultimate Underground may. Now there's no other station on the net that's going to give you this live webcast of some of the hottest artists in the D. That's the Ultimate Underground live on your home for hip-hop, rock and metal, Studio 57 Radio, man.
Goodbye.
You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio Fit serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do, we keep you hot on the streets. You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57 serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets. Studio 57 is a 32-track digital recording studio that utilizes Cool Edit, Logic Pro, Shure, AKG, Sennheiser, Yamaha, Korg, Mackie, Boss, Ibanez, Fender, Fruity Loops, and many, many more to make your music pop. Experienced and friendly engineers make Studio 57 feel like you're home away from home. With beat creation, mix mastering, digital media conversion, indeed any event, Studio 57 Records is your one-stop shop for all your music entertainment needs. We have online bill pay and flexible payment schedules. That makes Studio 50's place to be. For more information, visit Studio57records.com. That's www.studio57records.com, or call us at 586-40-3390. That's 586-420-390, or log on. Studio57records.com. And just remember one thing, baby. You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57 serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets. You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57 serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets.
Party people, this is the original Doc Ice, and you are definitely listening to Studio 57 Radio. And if Studio 57 Radio isn't on, your radio ain't really on. Check that.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
All right, Rebels, we're back here for hour 2 of this nonsensical debacle of a show. I hope you guys are ready. Ran over a few things earlier. We talked about NFL. We got a little geeky on the draft and trade options and things going on there. We got lots to get into, though, man. I hope y'all had a happy Easter and fed them bellies. I mean, if you're into all that stuff, as my buddy would say, if you're into them pagan holidays, yeah, goofy bitch. As long as you're having fun, doing your thing, come hang out with us. We're doing that here. Another hour of DSR2 is ready to roll. So without further ado, let's do hour 2. I'm Scrappy. It is Johnny the Mix.
Hey, we're back here for the second hour of DSR2 on this glorious Wednesday here in April. Again, in case you missed it, we talked, as he said, we talked about the NFL draft. We got a little geeky on there about possibilities of happening, trade downs, and so forth with it. We got into the NBA playoffs quite a bit on there as well on there. So we got here still lots here to still talk about. As we said, we've got MLB action going on. We've got some hockey going on there. And hell, at least locally, it was a story here. It was actually soccer even. Last down there in Hamtramck.
Whoa.
Actually, it looked pretty cool. The crowd looked rowdy, and it was packed.
Yeah.
Keesler,
Where'd they have it at?
I was at Keesler, the football stadium down there in Hamtramck.
Oh.
This was packed. They were rowdy as hell. I was like, I heard it's for soccer net. I heard it's a pretty good to watch the DFC because the fan base is pretty down like fever pit and rowdy and
right.
I mean bloodlust on there.
Well, and that geographic area would draw in a lot of people to see.
Soccer, I mean it's all over the people. They used to have it at Wayne State, and then they moved to Hamtramck and I guess they put some money into the stadium there and all with it. It's
nice.
A nice setup for again what we consider a minor league soccer team, which we had a huge upset last night over Columbus, which was an MLS team, and it's for the U.S. Open Cup or something like that. It's just like a soccer U.S. thing, which is nice down there. They make it to the next round, so it's huge.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So I could tell you who played for who or whatever on there. All I know is Detroit won 2-1, so good.
I know nothing of soccer.
Fuck Columbus.
I'm with that.
All right. We also we got an update. Miggy is at hit. He's got 2,999 hits.
One more hit.
One more hit. He tonight or tomorrow. It's 3-3 or 4-3 top of the Yankees over the Tigers. So I mean, huge on there. If he gets his 3,000 hit, I think if he gets his 600 double along with his 500 home runs, he is one of 4 players in MLB history to have 500 home runs, 3,000 hits, 600 doubles.
Wow. And if you think
and an over 300 batting average.
And if you think about it, he really did all that he did everything in a short span. Like he hasn't been great these last.
He
few
hasn't
years.
had a great year since. I mean, a good year since. Realistically, I think 2017 was his last good year, but his last really good year I think was 2015. But there was that period of like 2009 to 2014. Right. He was the best hitter in all baseball.
Mm-hmm. And he amassed most of those stats in that time.
Yeah. I mean, he was hitting 40 bombs a year and 130 RBIs and hitting 330.
Right.
He's the best hitter I've ever seen for the time in my lifetime.
Yeah, I agree. So, well, I'd like to see him get that, make sure he gets there. And then, I don't know, it would have been nice to see him win a championship here and all that. But, at least he's got a little something take with him when he
Yes.
into the Hall of
He's
Fame.
he's got it. Yeah, it would have been nice to see him win a World Series here. He did win one his rookie year with the Marlins,
Right.
and they beat the Yankees. Yay! But yeah, we got that going on there, and then we got hockey action. Brooklyn is now up only by 8 against Boston. It is 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Toronto is up on Philly 56-46
Interesting.
at halftime. So,
Well coached over there in Toronto.
yes, very well coached.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah, because they're
All right.
hit with not really any star power.
it doesn't feel like it. Yeah. I mean, if you can name me somebody that I'm missing.
Yeah. Also, we got on there, if you can take a chances, there's a little bit of fun on there. JUCO college pitcher tackled opponent who hit homer in a game between Weatherford College and North Central College on there. I guess this was yesterday. This happened on there. Pitcher Owen Woodward, a sophomore, 6'3", 195, threw his glove down and sprinted towards Josh Phillips, who hit a 2-run bomb, and he's basically rounding third, and he basically just gets blasted.
Did he bat flip or say something? I mean,
No, he just hit it and started running, and all of a sudden the pitcher just
This guy lost
basically
his mind?
lost his freaking mind. Boom! I mean, he just blasted him. It's like, holy crap.
That's awesome.
I got a feeling. And there was a brawl, too. They suspended the game after the brawl because too many guys got tossed.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be a brawl. I don't care why you came out here and chucked my boy across the field, but I'm going to have to whoop you for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it would go down.
Yeah, he's not even looking. And he's like giving
Right, you
a high
blindside
five
this
to
guy?
the third base coach. Yeah, I got a home run. I was like, boom.
Yeah, you get blindsided like that. Yeah, it's game on. If I'm a teammate, sorry. So I get why the scuffle, the kerfluffle, or whatever. Excuse on me. So
We had USFL had their season debut on Saturday, and
okay. Check it out. They had the Alabama game on, like the Birmingham, whatever the fuck.
Stallions. And
Yeah. And that's fine, right? Because Bama doesn't have a pro team. Yeah, I mean, they do, but.
Right. Well, they actually have two.
Yeah. So yeah, but they'll come down there and watch that game. And so those games will probably aesthetically look okay. Look, the quality of gameplay wasn't bad.
No.
The production, there's some things they could clean up, but it wasn't bad.
No.
Production wasn't bad.
Some of the camera angles using the drones I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, so, I think there's a ton of potential there, but, man, it's going to be hard with these games when there's 6 people in there. And then you see the Alabama games where it's full.
Right.
So that so sitting in one place like that, I don't know how this is going to work. Unless you're going to shoot all the games the same way. You don't kind of take it from a visual standpoint. But I don't know.
I think also having the games on all days on there, especially down south, and also there were some through there beforehand, and left in the back and just they only hit. I mean, again, there was 40,000 sticks, and half of those were probably sold, half of them on there with it. But even on Saturday night, there was only 17,000 people in the stands.
4 games a week over the course of a weekend. That town is going to stay.
Birmingham is not a big metropolis. I mean, I could see a city on there. You might be able to get a little bit more. I mean, especially, Bama on there. You got Colorado. I can see probably getting better turnout in, say, Texas, maybe.
Yeah.
The Alamo Dome would sit empty.
But I don't think that's necessarily that's your best chance. Yeah. But that's what I think they're going to have. That's what I think I'm up short. Because I can't make these games. And I like the whole idea of doing a hard knock type session. But, dude.
That was bad. The biopics on that was terrible.
It's not a good look that you'd a spot where it looks like a player got cut over a food choice.
Yeah. If there was more to the story, then air the whole thing.
So
if that was the whole story, dude, that coach is very petty and has no business coaching.
Well, and this is the whole thing. The claim, they didn't bother to say any of that stuff until people, were like, well, that's messed up. You got rid of him over food. And then now you're going to say he broke 3 other rules. Like, well, what were they, when they happened, and why did it get to this point?
Yes. Why didn't you discuss that with the
why
guy there?
Yeah. Why wasn't that
when he was in the hotel?
Yeah. Why wasn't that brought up when you guys were face to face?
Right. Because he thinks because he said he didn't want chicken salad, he wanted pizza.
All right.
If there's more to it, then he should have been. You owe him an explanation. What else was entitled to it?
Right. Yep.
Because right now, as I look at it on here, and I'm saying all this stuff after fact.
Well, basically, because he was disrespectful to the cook is basically what he thinks, and that's because he said, "Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I don't want to eat that crap." Basically,
you got pizza. Can I have a piece of pizza?
Yeah,
I'm like, no.
And so, to me, I don't know. Yeah, I'm all for it. I think that's the right. They got the production value, all these things, and like I said, there's going to be little rough edges are going to have to get out, but. If you're gonna do this Hard Knocks thing, dude, you can't create controversy on your own,
right?
Like where you're the one that looks bad. It just doesn't make sense. So that, and then that barrier of not moving around, like I don't know, man, that's gonna make it really hard to watch come week 4, 6.
Yes.
And that's going to be where I'm curious. Is there going to be enough compelling play and storylines and whatever? Because quite honestly, this is what they should be doing. As much as they do that Hard Knocks thing or whatever, and social media and whatever press they can get out there, they should be doing that. But why are they not putting up graphics and vignettes and like little snippets of interview and question, and then having like a line of like credentials and who are these players? Like, give me something. I don't know who any of these guys are. Like some I remember from college, but like get me hyped up about these guys. And then, I mean, even the NFL will have like where they introduce what school they're from and what they do.
Right.
And then the comment, the commentator, they'll say something usually if someone throughout the game. This needs to be elevated.
Yes.
And not drawn down. It feels like instead of elevating that little aspect of what you get in football, it seems like they almost muted it, and it's like, no, don't do that. Like, you crank it way up
on here, so you pull us in to get invested. If I'm going to be vested, and again, I had it while getting dinner ready to go with my sisters for Easter, so I had it on while I'm doing the ham, and Kelly's getting the greens ready, and we're doing everything else. So while we're busy doing, so I had it on. Was I fully vested in it? No. I mean, I watched a little bit during that because it was the Michigan Panthers playing. So I said, all right, cool. And I watched a little bit on Saturday night too. Not a whole. I watched about a quarter worth, and I'm like,
sure.
Quality of the play wasn't bad. It's better than the XFL was and the AAFL was. And I thought it was a good quality on it. But yeah, some of these, again, I want to be vested into it. And again, like your Hard Knocks, great concept, but dudes, you gotta air everything.
Yeah. Yeah, the way they handled that specific situation. Yeah, it didn't. I mean, come on, NBC, it didn't play out well.
You have a streaming service. I mean, if it's something where you can't air on network, you could throw it on there. And again, sure. It's what? Peacock is like, what, $5 or $6 a month. It's not that big. Maybe all right, cool. There's going to be some stuff I'll pay attention to. I'll watch it for a month on there and say, oh, is it yes or no? But yeah, I mean, right now with it as is on there. Now, again, we'll see. Again, they've got to get fans into the stands. I know basically with the money aspect between NBC and Fox, basically kind of owning the league, good chunk of the league on there, they've got that vest, so they do get the advertising dollars with it. But how the first one made it, the first USFL is they actually got college guys out there. They did have some stars out there. Yeah. They just wasn't every team was just unloaded. We had a budget, and we can go after and draft some college guys out there. So you had legitimate college Alabama. I mean, Michigan had Anthony Carter, who was a 3-time All-American in Michigan.
Right.
Bobby Hebert was a damn good quarterback coming out of Louisiana.
But that's what I'm
And
saying.
then afterwards, he goes to the pros and has a good pro career.
But that goes right in what we're talking about too, though, Moose, is you have that backstory.
Yes.
There is no backstory, guys.
No.
And so they don't have that power behind them. And then once again, we talked about it last week, I believe. They don't have the star power where they're bringing in a Herschel Walker or a Doug Flutie
Right.
or whatever the case may be, Steve Young, whatever.
Right.
And so with that lack of clout and that lack of, built-in backstory, you've got to find a way to manufacture that.
Right.
And so that should have been part of, the production notes. Commentary should have gone further into that. Dude, like, we do that with pro wrestling. Like, we're telling the story so that what you're seeing on the screen makes sense to you. Like, we put things over. If you're watching something, you're not sure why this happened or what they're doing here, we explain the psychology to you. That's our job in describing what you're seeing. And so they need to take that same concept and, ramp it up a little bit and use it in this league, because nobody, look, it's simple, man. Money is when people are invested in it, whether it's good or bad, I guess, if you're invested. So it's not, you got to get them invested in it. And there's got to be there's got to be something there. And I get the Hard Knocks style thing, but like, oof, you got to at least be smart about what you're doing, because it's good. As much as bad press can still work in your favor, we live in a cancel culture situation now where you can do some stuff that really just makes you look like a doofus.
Right.
And so, and I'm not like blaming cancel culture by any stretch of the imagination, but you start doing and saying things to fix little boo-boos and you make bigger ones, and you say and do dumber things. So it's just, I don't know. So I want to see that kind of cleaned up. I want to see the couple little things, but the overcoming the crowd, I just don't know how you're doing it. You're not. You can be Fox, you can be NBC, you can be HBO, you can be effing Disney. How do you get people in Alabama to come out to that many games every weekend?
You almost have to give the tickets away and give them a free hot dog or something.
So I'm saying you have to like bribe them to come into the stadium, like, because there's nothing, because it's not like you're going to. It's not even like you're just like moving around Alabama or a few states in that region. You're stuck in the same stadium week in and week out, game in and game out, multiple games. So yeah, even give those tickets away. Are they staying? Like, am I sitting watching a doubleheader football game? Am I staying for the whole game? Am I staying for half the game?
Right.
Am I even coming to this game because I got the tickets free and I got other stuff going on? So I'm really not invested at all, because I didn't even invest the $20 to get the ticket.
No.
So like now I'm not invested at all.
Right.
I'm not invested in my fucking price to
What,
my
the
ticket. I'm not
severe
invested in the
thunderstorms
guys
coming in? I'm going home and watching on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not invested in it because I don't want to sit in that stupid chair, or whatever the case may be. So I don't know, man. I think that's going to be the biggest problem to overcome until they can move around and start getting other geographic area. So there's an actual home team, and then and other people can come and see games and get in on that. I just don't know how other people in other areas are ever going to get invested in it. I mean, maybe some of your local fans like coming in all the time, so you got like 100 people that like coming every weekend and deep, and it's something to do. That's even real or not. And that's how sustainable. I mean, come on, be real.
No.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna handle it. It's just fuck. It's so that. But I mean, I'd love to give suggestions. I mean, but I don't have any other than and charity events and doing different things where you're going to come out and you're going to put, X amount of people in here, and then you're going to also draw. So do the opposite of what the NFL does and don't charge to do good things, people. Yes. Like you could do a Special Olympics thing, bring out, people from the Special Olympics. Oh, you could fill the stands full of Paralympians.
Bring them in. Don't charge them. It's coming free of charge.
Bring them in. Do a whole thing with them. A whole spiel, promote them, know what they're going to be doing, and give them a shining moment. And then use that as context. Going to meet some of these players who are going to get involved. And then now I'm invested in that guy because I guy has got like art too. Like I don't know who the heck he is, but the Special Olympics thing I saw that they did or whatever, something. But I don't know what else you would do. And start involved in that, and you start getting involved with organizations with veteran funds, whether cancer research or whether it's do it for the veterans, they'll go out and the guys, the current, and do shows and events out there. Unless you're going to do something like that, and like I said, you're not doing it all douchebaggery like the NFL does, then I don't know what you can do. Because you can have social presence, you can put stuff out there, you can do a little show, you can do all. You can even have a fairly good product, but getting people interested in it is going to be tougher. We saw what empty stadiums did to sports,
right? And
it's not an option. If you want to do stadiums, you're 2 years too late.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. That's an issue. That's going to be a compounding issue. Once again, I can't get invested in the Michigan Panthers. I'm not going to Alabama.
And if they make it through this year second season, are they playing here locally? Birmingham, the entire.
Yeah, can't be. They'll have to get back out there. The cool thing is, the Michigan Panthers could kind of go anywhere in the state, so they could end up in. That'd be kind of neat for people, depending on where.
I mean. Yeah, we'll see on there if they have if they can basically, as remember the old days when it was at the Silverdome, they didn't own this. They didn't own the stadium. It was owned by the city of Honor, and they got on there. Now I was there for the game. Their first year out there, and it was they win the playoffs and go into the championship game. And there was 60,000+ people, and we were rowdy. Again, the Silverdome's longer there, so I can say is, yeah, they stormed the field.
Nice.
I helped tear down the goal. I helped carry the goalpost around.
Nice.
I had a buddy rip out a whole damn back of her. Look what I got. I got a chair.
I'm taking the chair back.
I took John Quicker's call, too. I'm like, dude. And he goes, me.
That's hot.
So we got him. A little fun is, there was a little issue there with the, in D.C. Pregame of the Nationals at the National Park that actually caused an evacuation of the U.S. player. And the U.S. Army Golden Knights parachute team was going to put down into National Park pregame on,
Yeah.
They with the U.S. Capitol, so Capitol Police evacuated Capitol because he had a plane circling around that he knew about the eclipse.
A bunch of idiots. What are we doing here?
Oh my God! There's people about to do a terrorist attack going over Nationals Park.
Well, doesn't mean anything. They could be attacking country. You kidding me?
Oops.
Oh my gosh.
Oops.
Friendly fed. Okay.
I mean, they show thing on there. This thing's making loops around here. Keep circling around the cap happening here.
They're gonna bomb us. They're gonna burn the place down. Are they gonna crash into the building?
Just the U.S. Army going into Nationals Park.
That's just the game.
Yeah, I'm down the game or something or the ball for the front like that.
Oh, jeez.
So of course here have been your minds about how the Tigers are kind of great. Look at the standings. Nobody's playing great in baseball.
No,
I mean it's like 6-5. Yeah, the Mets are 9-3, but that's the Tigers in college, it's like middle of the road. A game or two above 5 or 500, or a game or two below.
I mean, I'm sure or a veteran team together a bit they had this truncated, especially with pitchers, they haven't even yet.
Right.
And you're how many games in, and you haven't even thrown enough spring training. So let's pump the brakes here a little bit instead of the normal table that we use to kind of sample size of how good it's going to be. It's going to be a couple more weeks.
Right. Yeah.
So we always did that whatever game. Well, now it's going to be more like 50 or 60.
And with the weather delay, rainouts and snowouts, and had to postpone on Monday. Why? Because it was 3 inches of snow.
Mm-hmm.
People are losing their mind. Like, thing happened last year. Pretty much to the day.
Yeah, I
got
know.
3.5 inches on
I
down
know.
there. So
Yeah.
you don't count out snow till, I don't know, weekend.
I know exactly. That was always the.
Don't blame me because I didn't drain my snowblower. I purposely did snowblower. Why? Because I knew we'd get more snow.
Yep.
It didn't stay to the ground. It was all on the
thank
side.
good. Yeah.
But then when it all that got busy and froze up the next day, also traffic the next day, accident. Oh, freeway's closed. This freeway's closed. I'm like, didn't even get any knowing by 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
First day or the last day is always like the first day. It doesn't even matter. It's crazy. It happens every year. Like, you've never been in this stuff before. Yeah, and then now we've at the end of the year. I always laugh. I think it's like the first snow of the year out here, but it's I don't get it. But I freak out, man. Safe and whatever, but I just can't handle it. 2 miles out of the speed, or you're a little cautious. I'm not if it's crazy, but especially when you don't know where that light could come up on you. So I get all that, but sometimes I'm a road rage, but we shouldn't have it on a meltdown.
So yeah, I mean it's losing my mind. All right, so we got the last 5 or 6 games on there for the NHL. With it, Wings. Dylan Larkin going to miss the last end of the season there because he's having surgery, or he's going to have core surgery. So with that, nice win last night by the Wings against him.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean much, but
it doesn't mean much. I mean, Panthers right now are starting with it, and then Colorado is 9-1 in their last 10. Both are at 116 points for the season. Both, I mean, you can both look on there. They 1 and 2 on their best teams in the league. Panthers, you look at the goal differential, they're at plus 100, and Colorado is plus 87. Colorado's got a little better defense, a little better goaltending. But offense-wise, Panthers are 20 for the season on there. They're second or first in the NHL. Second is Maple Leafs up 300 on there. So again, the season doesn't really. The playoffs don't really start. Sorry, Canada.
Yeah, I'm gonna get about that one later.
So on there, I know for you, for a certain age, you remember it's sad to hear Guy Lafleur last days. They said he is not doing well, so it's terrible to hear about that. Long time girl, winning with 16, the four in a row from the Lafleur, longtime captain of Montreal, and that's sad to hear that. And then, of course, last week we lost Bussy, longtime Islander, won 4 Stanley Cups player on there. Had 9 straight goal seasons, phenomenal. I mean, win a 50. I mean,
wow.
And I think they just lost Dennis Potvin within the last 6 months too. So you've lost already 2 of your cornerstones of your peak period, dynasty period with the Islanders. So it sucks because I'm getting up there and I'm going, damn it, they can't be up. And I'm like, but damn it, this sucks.
Yeah.
With that. So, but yeah, we'll see on there. No, the Wings will probably get on there when they get rid of Blashill. I think Blashill's time is coming.
Yeah, it's got to be.
And I think it's time for basically a fresh start.
Yeah,
with the coaching wise, and we'll see.
You can voice them, and then as this ever goes, that's how it's going to be. I mean, the Rick Carlisle thing with the Pistons. Where you going with Rick Carlisle? Yeah, ultimately he was the due to Larry Brown, and Larry Brown did a championship. Yep. So the Shane Blashill to me has been an underachiever.
Wings did sign her from Sweden. He is a large man. Put it this way.
Oh, wow.
Just lay down in front of the net. I can't get it by. He'll actually wear a hockey jersey, Wall wears, just to fit him because he's 6'6". I'm like, Wall would he beat me and win my base?
They'll take the one off the skirt of Detroit and get to it.
I wore a size 72 hockey jersey. Dude was nowhere near a size 72. Dude, probably a 46. So, you're wearing a 10. Yeah. And it's like draped down, like, whoop.
Boy, his pads are too big.
Him and then he had to get it. Actually, no, you got to wear a jersey because you're freaking dent.
You can't be a giant, basket. A walking lacrosse basket.
You just stretch the arms out and the sleeves hang down.
When you stand, like the hell.
Exactly.
All right.
He would have those on there. Look out there,
suits.
They drop him sliding down to the goal.
That'd be awesome. That would at least been entertaining. I love Captain Wild. It's always good when you're a Detroit hockey fan.
So right now with
what do you got?
Marcus getting defensive year. He led no defensive or even in the top 5 in any defensive category in the NBA, but he's picked defensive player of the year.
Makes decisions again. Pick this guy. Let's Barb from
how did he get it? Because No, he's not even the best defensive player on the team, much less the league.
She needs to stay in her lane and get her back. Because that's just nonsense.
For like Rudy Gobert. Everybody. Yeah, Mark is smart enough. Huh?
No. The fuck? It's the DFAQ.
Just like, we know that Kate won't get Rookie of the Year because,
The fuck?
everybody take that
It's
like
a
a
Pistons bias.
banner.
Yes, we do wear the bias on our chest.
Detroit versus everybody.
Absolutely.
Holy shit! Boston up by 8 with a mix left.
Yes.
10.
Man, I'm telling you, don't sleep on Boston. I don't think that Cleveland's got it. Or, I mean, that
Brooklyn is Boston.
I can't wait to hear New York fans tomorrow morning.
My.
I wish we had this show in the New York tomorrow morning. I wish we had a morning show in the New York market because baby fest it's gonna be if 02 when they're supposed to be all that. Especially after blowing a lead.
They've collapsed in the second half. They get at halftime they were up by 10 at halftime. They were up in the third quarter. They got outscored 29-25, and in the fourth quarter, Celtics have outscored Brooklyn 29-15.
Wow,
having a terrible game. He's only got 10 points, 1 assist at 8 goals on there, and 27 points. But yeah, I mean it's just like a team effort. Everybody cut for Boston. I mean, Brown 22 points, Tatum 19, Williams 17, Horford off at 16th. The East got 15. Marcus Smart's got 12 points. So yeah, I mean, it's everybody got together in that second half. Yeah, Tatum with 19 points.
That's how they're going to have to win, though. That's how they're going to have to win. If they want to win a championship or they want to advance throughout these playoffs, they're going to have to take that mentality all the way through.
I love that.
That's like the 04 Pistons mentality, right?
Next man up.
Yep.
Let's chip in together with it. So, yeah. Field goal percentage, Boston was shooting 52% for the game versus 45.3. 3 points, obviously, is shooting. Oh, my crap. Brooklyn was shooting almost 48% from 3 point, and they're going to lose this game by almost double digits.
That's insane. Yeah, how often do you shoot that well outside? And, and if you go outside and you're ahead going into the fourth quarter.
Here's a kicker. Brooklyn only had 16 assists for the game, and Boston had 27.
Well, that's indicative by the scoring, the way the scoring is all across the board like that. So, yeah, that makes sense. That's and it's just a different style of play, and they're going to have to play that way, really, if they're going to move, because the East, no joke.
No.
And so if they want to get in there, then they're going to have to do this. They're going to have to do the old 04 route where you had 4 guys contributing, points a game or whatever, 18 game, and then everybody was playing defense and everybody else was getting assists and doing all that stuff as a team, and they're just going to have to go to work, pun intended. But it's just because, once again, if I can watch the Yanks go down, I can watch the Nets go down. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
absolutely. I don't know why, but same thing with the Knicks.
It's karma coming back to Kyrie.
Yeah.
All really about the karma.
It is, because
flipping everybody off on Sunday. Well, guess what? Keep on there now.
Well, and he was better than the rest of his team, right?
He was a total cancer when he was with them.
Yep, and he's like, "Oh, I'm better than all you. I don't go and do what you guys do. It doesn't matter if you guys need me or not. I'm not
getting the shot. I'm not getting the vaccine. It's all about me.
Yeah, everything all the stupid shit he says and all the stuff. It's all about, just. It's all self-serving bullshit, and he's just a head case. And I hear this other nonsense about how Kyrie hasn't won nothing or this or that, the other. Flat out won, hit the winning shot that won a championship in Cleveland. He's done. It's not a talent thing. It's because if it was a talent thing, he'd already been gone because he's an effing head case. So his talent level has to be high, or he wouldn't be in the league now.
Oh yeah,
because his stupidity is through the roof, and we talk about that. If your headache, if the mess that you cause outweighs the talent you bring to the table, then you're done. And that formula doesn't change for Kyrie.
No.
So once he continues to play like this, he's gonna have problems. Bigger problems than what we're talking trash about him.
Yes.
and he feels the need to flip them off. So, and I get it. People say some hateful stuff that just flipping them the bird is probably not enough. Like they probably deserve an ass whoop, but like, dude, come on, man. You've been around a long time, and you have a history of doing all this goofy shit. So not only do you have that history of being a jackass behind you, you also should have enough experience to know better, act like that. And to do that stuff, there's cameras everywhere. Just shut up and go in the locker room and motherfuck them and fuck the locker, motherfuck your locker. Don't do it where cameras can catch you. So you got to be smarter than that. There's no way you're not. You do this all the time. So once again, it's just a circus revolving around him, and that's what it's all about. And that's what's ultimately going to be, an issue for Brooklyn going forward, especially. Well, it's been an issue for them all year because they can't get them on the floor together.
Nope.
So now they got them on the floor together. And they don't have enough time to do that. And now,
there's no chemistry, no gelling on here with it. Yep, it's official. Down 114 to 107. Boston up 2-0.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear the excuses from New York fans on the radio tomorrow, you losers.
Raptors, Sixers. Raptors are up by 2, 73, up by 4, 75, 71. So,
see, I don't mind that either, just because Philly fans.
Yeah.
And the Harden thing.
Yes.
It's easy to not like Philly with the whole way Harden forced his way out of Brooklyn.
Well, and forced his way out of Houston.
Yeah.
Forced his way out of Brooklyn.
Oh, I thought he ate his way out of Houston. My bad.
I think he ate. He ate Houston out of food.
Yes, he is the reason why there was a national beef shortage in Texas. Or at least it looked like it. Fast.
Sure wasn't.
I couldn't get my little Debbie snacks. You son of a bitch. You ate.
Hey, Jim, eat a salad.
Yeah, it's okay. No, I want a piece of pizza.
You can have.
You're cut. You gotta let you go. Jeez Louise. Why are you letting me go? It's not like I peed in a drain and someone caught me doing it. Why are you letting me go? I don't understand. I didn't do anything wrong. So, anyway, I do. As some of you guys know, IWE, I do some commentary, a little pro wrestling. And guys, if you get a chance, dude, without a doubt, go to the IWE Gladiators YouTube channel or to IWEGladiators.com or the High Spots Network or the Progress Wrestling Network and check out the latest episode of Battlezone TV. It was very good stuff, man. I was like, whoa, like that's a really good episode of what I watched there. And so I'm super proud of the guys and all that stuff. But I never, ever listen to my commentaries. Like, even our show, I don't go back and listen to it unless I got to get something from the tape, right?
Okay.
Or I'm cutting down those extra. I don't really go back and listen. I just say what I say, how I say. We just act how we act, and it's fun. So I don't really worry about it. We've been doing this long enough that I know that it doesn't sound like anything. So I very rarely go back, and if I do, I just check a few things, and I'm on. I don't listen. So same thing with comedy. I don't listen. I don't go back and listen to myself. So this episode's really good, and I caught myself staying on. And usually I would stay on. I mean, I've already seen it. I don't need to, because I was there. Like, I don't need to watch the episode per se. But because the stuff was so good, I find myself watching the entire episode, and usually it would be muted. But now I decide I need to hear my commentary. This is so good that what I'm watching, I got to hear the commentary. Not me per se, but our lead. And I got to say, I'm not sure what's wrong with me. So there's a moment in a match where, and I don't want to give anything away, but a masked wrestler took off his own masks, and everybody's. And then he bum rushes his opponent to then get beat down and pinned. So then my what did I have for commentary? You should have kept the mask on. You're embarrassing your family, son. That was my line. That's what I brought to the table. Welcome to IWE commentary. That was my line.
Oh,
You should have kept the mask on. You're embarrassing your family, son.
oh my God.
So,
Well, yeah, this is right up your alley here because on Twitter, on it, we got on here with a local guy on there. Kevin Durant's burner out is going to be out of control tonight.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Without a flipping doubt. Holy shit.
Oh.
Yeah, like all 6 of his burner accounts. That guy's a nut. Oh, that's awesome. That is ripping.
Over under crowd size for tomorrow's game with the Tigers, afternoon game. Miggy's at 99.9.
Oh, I mean, yeah, there could be some people there.
It's going to be 70 degrees tomorrow.
Oh, Thursday? Yeah, people will be playing hooky. Yeah.
If I didn't have a girls' softball game at 4:30, I'd be playing hooky.
Yeah, I mean, at 4:30, I could still make it.
I gotta go from down, so I'm like, crap. I don't
But
think I'm gonna be able
I
to-
might. I mean, I might miss the top of the first, maybe because of parking or something. But I would think I could make it.
Well, it's a 1 o'clock start. I think.
Oh, it's a
so.
1 o'clock
So
start.
yeah,
I
got
thought
a
you said 4.
I have a 4:30 girls game.
Oh, you have
tomorrow.
a 4:30. Yeah, 1 start. I could not make. Well, maybe, who knows? I mean, I could just like, so I could see a lot of people doing that, especially because like our opening days always get trashed here because of the weather.
Yeah.
Because they decide to have our first, our opening day so early in the season instead of holding us off a few weeks, or a couple weeks. Yeah, I could see that happening. It should be pretty good. Should be fun if it's in there. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can get off work and get down there, and it'll be a good time. I don't care. I get that the Tigers aren't great or not playing great at the moment, and aren't like great right now, but it is still fun to go to the ballpark if you got a nice day, especially. Yeah. So yeah, we're working on Tigers or Lions tickets actually for already. So I definitely got to get it on some Tigers. Canada Mike actually asked if we'd been to a game yet. He hit me up in the messenger or whatever and was like, asking if we had gone yet. He watches all the games. He's a big Tigers fan there, Canada Mike. Good looking out. And I'm like, well, we can't necessarily come there, but you can come here. You want to come to a Tigers game with us? I felt like saying. So, like, we get out to a game. Like I said, regardless of how they're playing, it's fun to go down there and just enjoy the ballpark if you can catch a good day. So, but, yeah, it's hard to do an afternoon game sometimes during the week. Moose is like, I'd go. Have this other game, I'd go.
If my daughter wasn't pitching tomorrow, I'd go.
All right. So, anyway. All right. Well, guys, if you're missing out on any of these playoffs, don't. Watch the games. I can't believe it. I'm digging the whole Boston thing. Maybe they'll be my team to follow just for the hell of it. Because they don't have a super team mentality thing going on here. Although it's hard to root against Giannis and some of these other guys. But, oh, man, what if you had Boston and Golden State in the finals all playing at the peak? Like that kind of where everybody's playing like that? Because look at that. Those were two teams that were playing like teams.
Right.
And so, like, not everybody was like it wasn't all on one or two guys. And
I mean, yeah, the way Boston's played the second half of the season is they played themselves. I mean, they were teetering on that play-in, and they moved up to the number 2.
I know. And like I said, man, they're playing both those teams. So wouldn't it be kind of ironic that in a league where everybody's trying to form super teams, that two teams that are playing like teams actually get to the championship rounds? That would be amazing, a level of irony, and I'm so here for it. I don't think it'll happen, but if it does, I am so effing here for it. For you. But next week, it'll be on Thursday, bitches. Draft party. Woo-woo! We'll see ya.
Peace out, brothers.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home underground